Welcome to the dead of winter. The story begins with a silent, gloomy atmosphere. We see an old woman named Beth sitting in her home in a small village in Minnesota, deeply saddened. Yes, friends, because her husband, Cal, had passed away a few days earlier. Beth is now completely alone in this world. Cal's last wish was that after his death, his ashes be taken and immersed in Hilda, the very place where Cal and Beth first met. After fulfilling Cal's last wish, Beth leaves the house. But today the weather is very bad. It's snowing, and the radio announces that a very strong storm is coming. Everyone is requested to stay indoors and avoid going out unless absolutely necessary. But Beth ignores all warnings because she wants to fulfill Cal's wish today. She can't change her mind. But after a short distance, she comes to a dead end as the storm has blocked off all roads. She looks at the map, trying to figure out if there is another way, but she can't find any. Just then, she hears the sound of woodcutting in the distance. Vade follows the sound, hoping the man might know another way to the hill. But as she approaches him, she notices two red flags. First, there's a gun in the man's car, and second, blood on the road. She pauses for a moment, worried something might be wrong. Her heart starts pounding, but she musters up the courage to approach him. The moment the man sees Beth, he's having a heart attack. He's terrified, asking, "Who are you? And what are you doing here?" Beth says, "Look, I've lost my way. Can you tell me where the other way to the hill is?" So the man says, "Guys, actually, this man's name is James." He says, "Follow that mountain path. You'll reach leader." Beth didn't want to ask, but she says there's blood on the ground. "Is it yours? Are you okay?" James says, "Yes, everything is fine. I hunted a deer. It's just that blood." Only then does Beth feel relieved that she was thinking otherwise. Afterward, she begins walking toward the mountain path. But James's actions and words clearly indicate that he's trying to hide something. After braving all the storms, Beth finally reaches Lake Hidda. Upon arriving, she finds herself lost in memories of the time she and Cal used to visit here frequently during their youth. She holds many memories of this lake. Therefore, she finds a special sense of peace when she visits it, as if Cal is still with her. She's about to pour the ashes from the box into the lake when she hears a gunshot. Terrified, she immediately hides behind her car to see what's happening. Then she sees James, who has held a girl named Lisa captive, taking her at gunpoint to his cabin. This terrifies Beth, realizing James was lying. He didn't hunt a deer, but rather killed a human, and that he is a killer who kidnaps and then kills people. Beth, however, is happy to have escaped James's clutches. At the same time, she worries about Lisa, wondering what James might do to her. Beth says to herself, No, I can't leave that girl like this. I must save her from James's clutches, no matter what." Then she takes her car and heads for the city to seek help. But unfortunately, her car gets stuck somewhere, friends. And now there's no other way to get help. If Lisa is to be saved, Beth must act. So she starts toward James' cabin. Once there, she peeks through the basement door and sees Lisa tied up. She's handcuffed and gagged, but she's still alive. Yes, nothing has happened to her. Beth writes on the glass and tells her, "You don't need to worry. I'll definitely get you out of here. Trust me." With that, she begins searching for a way inside the cabin. Inside the cabin, friends, comes a woman named Anna who is actually James' wife. From their conversation, we learn what Lisa really is. Why was Anna kidnapped? The point is that Anna's liver has failed. She needs a liver transplant. Firstly, a donor is not available, and even if one is found, the transplant will require a cost that Anna and James don't have. Furthermore, if the transplant isn't performed quickly, Anna will die. While they were in the hospital, they learned about Lisa, the perfect donor for Anna. That's why they kidnapped Lisa to extract her liver. There is a surgeon who performs illegal operations. He's also Anna's friend. He just wants the liver, and he'll treat Anna well. That's why they've captured Lisa, friends. Now, from their conversation, we learn that James isn't a killer, nor is Anna. This is the first time they've kidnapped someone. James wasn't entirely convinced by the idea, but Anna was sure it would work because she didn't want to die. So when Anna comes out of the cabin, she finds the gloves lying on the ground, which Beth had forgotten there. Along with them, Anna also finds the message written on the glass. And to top it off, Beth's footprints are clearly visible on the snow. Seeing this, Anna panics, thinking someone is there. She asks James, "Did anyone see Lisa being kidnapped?" James replies, "No, there was a woman, but she didn't see them kidnapping. She was just asking for the address, so I told her." Anna replies, "You idiot. That woman saw everything. She must have gone to inform the police." And then, friends, Anna loads her sniper and leaves the cabin, determined to kill Beth as soon as she sees her. Following the footprints, they quickly arrive at Lake Hilla. There, they spot a small tent-like cabin where Beth had stopped to rest. James grabs the gun and heads toward Kevin, hoping to shoot Beth. But as soon as he approaches the door, he falls straight into the lake, because it was a plan all along. He deliberately left the gloves, the message, and the footprints so that the two men would follow him and drown in the ice he had cut off at the lake. Beth watches the whole spectacle from a distance. Anna quickly tries to get James out, but the cold weather, coupled with falling into such cold water, causes James to suffer hypothermia. He becomes extremely cold. Beth knew it would take time for them to recover, so she immediately rushed to the cabin to save Lisa. She entered the cabin and went straight to the basement. Lisa was relieved to see him, but Lisa was handcuffed, and there was no tool available to open the handcuffs. So Beth starts looking for something that could open the handcuffs. She also comes up with another idea. She soaks everything in the house that could start a fire and also puts all her dry clothes in the water so that if they both escape and make it back home, they won't have any warmth. They shiver and then, luckily, Beth spots a hammer. As she picks it up, Anna fires a sniper shot from a distance, severely wounding Beth's arm. Because Anna was already there, she knew Beth had framed them. She's not about to let Beth go. Beth also tries to save herself by hiding behind a car, but Anna's bullets don't stop. But even then, Beth manages to escape, stumbling and falling. Anna and James then go inside the house and try to light a fire, but neither the fire nor the dry clothes are found. He was dying of cold. James, meanwhile, Beth runs to her car and begins searching for supplies to stop the bleeding, but she finds nothing. Then she notices Cle's ring, which he had dropped somewhere. Seeing this, she becomes extremely worried, thinking, "I need that ring at any cost." So she returns to her small cabin near the lake and starts searching for it. But she can't find it anywhere. But James's gun, which he had forgotten, is there. They find it, but it only has one bullet, and Beth is a little worried. Still, she keeps it with her, knowing she might need it again. Then, she considers going to Lisa's. Meanwhile, James's condition is worsening. He tells Anna, "I need to go to the hospital. I need you here. Beth is alive because of you. I won't find peace until she dies, so stay here with me." As friends saw, she knew James was in such a state that no one knew when he would leave. But Anna wasn't willing to listen. The two of them come out of the cabin again to look for Beth. And this time, they take Lisa with them. As soon as they leave, Beth takes the opportunity and enters his cabin. There, she first starts looking for something to stop the bleeding. Then she finds a first aid kit containing sutures. Mustering up courage, Beth pours alcohol on her wounds. She screams in pain, but tries hard to suppress it, because if she screams too loudly, Anna and James will come. But even then, Beth doesn't stop. Her hands are shaking, but she stitches them up. Just imagine, friends, this elderly and exhausted woman is shot, and even after all this, she's stitching her own wounds. I have to admit, it's a lot of courage to argue. Beth then spots James' car outside. The car has a radio. Using it, she contacts the emergency helpline. After several attempts, she finally connects. Beth tells them, "This has happened here. You need to get here quickly. These two men are very dangerous. They could harm both Lisa and me." That's why the emergency services immediately rush to help. But then James arrives and Beth, in a panic, points a gun at him. James says, "Don't kill me. I'm in serious trouble. I have hypothermia. I need to get to a doctor or I'll die. I kidnapped Lisa under Anna's compulsion. Please help me. Take me to town." He also had the ring on his cheek. which he had found near the car. Seeing his condition, Beth feels pity for him. She tells him, "Okay, you can go. Once you get to the city, immediately inform the police about Honor." James agrees, because he had no other option, and she's right, in that he was forced to do what he did to Lisa because of Honor. James has some bullets and, seeing the badge, immediately heads for the city. As James gets a little further, Honor arrives and stops him, asking, "Hey, James, what are you doing? You're leaving me alone. I trusted you, but you betrayed me." James replies, No, it's nothing like that. I have to go to the city or I'll die. Please let me go." But Beth, being crazy, refuses to listen. She refuses to let James go. Meanwhile, Beth has been waiting for the emergency services to arrive for quite some time. Then she thinks, even if the emergency services do arrive, how will they find me? They won't know my exact location. So Beth comes up with an idea and sets a damaged car on fire so they can use the smoke to reach her. And the idea works. Two emergency services personnel are present at the scene, but they can't find her location. As they approach the smoke, Beth spots them. They ask her if she's the person who called on the radio. Beth replies, "Yes, I am." But they don't trust Beth. They suspect Beth might be the woman who kidnapped Lisa and is lying. They saw Beth with a gun. They tell her, "Hand over your gun. Only then will you believe me." Beth couldn't help it, so she hands them her gun, and following Beth's location, they arrive at James's cabin. As soon as they arrive, they spot James's car parked there. The emergency services personnel stop Beth in the car and go to check it out. But as they approach, they discover James's corpse inside. He's died from lack of medical treatment, but Anna refuses to let him go to the doctor. "Friends, she killed James to save herself. Let him die," she means. Then, from a distance, Anna snipes and kills both men on the spot. Beth is devastated by this. She immediately retrieves a gun from the men's car and fires indiscriminately at Anna, one of whom directly grazes her leg. She does. But even then, Honor catches her and imprisons her in the basement with Lisa. Beth had come to rescue Lisa, but now she herself is handcuffed to her. Lisa understood that Beth couldn't save her. Now she will die, and so will I, seeing Reza panic. Beth reassures her, saying, "There's no need to be afraid. We'll definitely get out of here." Encouraging her, she shares an old memory. "When my grandfather was alive, he loved hunting.